Hey everybody, Masaki here, and welcome back to Reigns Her Majesty. On our 5th episode slash video here, and we just finished with our 10th queen, who I can't remember the name right now at the moment, as I just went forward to the next queen in line here. And we are now on the Aries sign in the astrological alignment. And we are on Paulette, our 11th queen. We just finished repairing the mechanical owl, and although I got repairing the destiny clock, or upgrading the clock to the destiny clock by handing that to the mechanic correctly, when it came to actually doing the duel after getting the pistol handed to me when having the owl fixed, I did not lift the pistol up to the owl card there to actually do the duel properly, because it totally had slipped my mind at that moment that I needed to do that. So we'll have to wait until the next time the owl comes up to hopefully do the first duel. And now we have to enter the maze, host a neighboring kingdom, and pass the sainthood test. As you recall, we did enter the maze the last time, but we did not go all the way through it the way we were supposed to. And up in here, as you can see, we got the dual pistol, and there's the destiny clock still, and the red spell book that'll let us talk to animals. We have yet to actually see any animals to talk to. Queen Paulette comes in, and our memento mori is just about our current queen. Queen Paulette comes to this new land amid a renaissance of optimism and invention. A lot of the country folks still go without work or wages. Shall we provide a stipend or invest in industry? Alright, so stipend will probably raise our popularity greatly, but more than likely reduce the obviously it's going to reduce the bank a little bit, as well as probably reduce the military a little bit. Industry is going to raise the bank a great deal, but reduce popularity slightly and raise the military a little bit. Let's go with this. Yep. You made friends with the Northlander, but our allies to the east are at war with them. Now we'll be dragged in. Let's fight. I don't want to send her away. As when we sent our explorer to the north, and he brought back the barbarian. Just answering a quick text on my phone. She actually gave us a new set of cards, and we'd probably lose access to those cards otherwise. The Crown has allocated funds this year to invest in a new industry. Which one do you choose, my queen? Honey or dairy? Let's do dairy. Oop, a bit of a lag there. And that raises the church. That raises our meter with the church, our popularity, and gives us more money as well. And our card flips and says the royal cow will feel honored to hear of this. The Crown has allocated funds this year. Okay, that's just his question still. Now here's our scientist, potentially again. You look a little pale, Your Majesty. My leech treatment will rebalance your red humors. And I'll let her do that to lower our money back down a bit, and as well to lower the money back down a bit, as well as bring the church down a little bit further. All of that also reduces the military, but the military is in somewhat decent shape. I think that raised popularity just slightly. How we hate a long day's work, my queen. Please let us work shorter days with less time off. Sure. Raises popularity but lowers military and reduces money a great deal, but we still, again, have plenty of money in the bank icon there for that to not be an issue. Oh, here we go. Here's where you can enter the maze yet again. It's my birthday. You will throw me a party in the royal gardens, won't you, dear? Sure. The Lost. Enter the maze. Completes this objective for us again, and gives us the cards. What a splendid day! Let's all run into the maze and chase one another in a spirit of innocent mischief. Let's go. Alright, so you go forward. Let's go left there. Sit. Oh, sorry, I wasn't reading any of the messages, but the warm sun stirs a drowsy feeling in you. It feels like someone has just come through here. You gather your skirts around the cool stone bench and rest briefly. Since you think we want to go right there. Alright, go forward, leads us to him. Guests are laughing and rustling nearby, but you can't tell where. I want to go left here. All the hedges are manicured to precision. This path looks the same as the others. Go left again. You can no longer see the towers of the palace. The air is filled with a honeysuckle scent. Go forward, because that's where the symbol is. Spilled wine and trampled flowers litter this path. You sit for a moment in the warm, quiet garden before moving on. Okay, let's see what happens if we try to throw the spellbook there. Nothing happens except you seem to be lost again. Alright, let's go forward. Let's try going right. No, we'll go right. You can hear grasshoppers buzzing in the hedges. It makes you feel nostalgic. Go forward. No. Let's see, go left, sit. There we go. You have to take the destiny clock in here. The sign emblem, it begins to glow. You feel the peculiar sensation of destiny changing. Yes. As it changes to that sign. Okay, so I guess what happens there is that when you put the destiny clock in there, it changes to the sign on the thing. A southern bishop was spotted acting scandalously in the local inn. Could you use this to pressure the cardinal? If I say yes, that looks like that's gonna probably use this to probably reduce the church a decent bit, but although they could use, let's go with this. I need to raise military here. I didn't want to reduce the influence of the church too much right there, because too heavy of a decrease there would have been pretty bad. But I do need to raise the military here now. I want to be able to see our enemies from afar. The palace needs a new tower. Yes. Raise the military there a little bit and reduce our money slightly for the cost of it. Please let this be the year I get married to a lord. I've served you well. Please say yes. Sure. And that increases popularity, but reduces our military and our money. So I need to raise those a bit and reduce the church too while I'm at it. Handmaid Grace moves on to the life of a lady, laden with your generous gifts. The earth cries out as the armies of men trample her. Join my ritual of healing and end this war. I'll say yes to decrease the church's power. Roisin throws things into a fire for hours. Strangely, the war soon ends. Here's Daria, our northern friend. Let's make an alliance, my little knucklebone. Our furs for your precious stones. Sounds fair? Okay, if I say no, it probably isn't going to raise... Oh geez, I should have said no. Now I need to raise the... Definitely need to raise the military and the bank. It's not that you're smarter than me, but you do pay more attention. How about joining the Royal Council? Yes. Because that does actually increase everything, so that gives me more money and more military, which is what we're looking for. The stars say that now, the age of Aquarius, is the time to embrace your neighbors. Take a diplomatic trip? Sure. As that raises the... As a diplomatic trip raises popularity and the military some, but also raises the church, which I'm not too fond of. Oh, here's a cat, and since we have the book with a spell to talk to animals, let's talk to them. This is also going to be my last video for the day. It's actually pretty early, or getting to just about be pretty early in the morning here. I just wanted to play a little bit more of this before I went to bed. Huh? You can understand I? Why does a human want to talk to I? It's like being a cat. Can you help me? Oh, me understand. You seek the Lady of the Wood, who moves through the animal kingdom as one of us. Yes. Talk to an animal, the Magi. Okay, this is going to affect the military. They both will. Okay, so... It's no good asking I. He was bored inside the city walls. Can you fetch a fox? They are often wise to the woods. I'll try, and that also raises the military a bit more, which is awesome. Hang on while I text my friend a bit again. Sorry about that. Just something pretty important going on. Alright. The cat is already distracted by a moth on the windowsill. Alright. The military is more or less at a decent point, but still need to get more money. Lord Fund. A humble warning, my queen. The crown must curb its spending, lest our treasuries be badly strained. Good idea. And that gives us more money, but reduces our military a little more, and raises the church's standing a bit more too. The church needs to be reduced, and also the people can stand to be... Popularity can stand to drop some as well. To keep those two up more. Alright, sorry for pauses here and there, guys. There we go, okay. I'm researching the mythical properties of Westerners' hard organs like teeth and bones. Can I have a fingernail? Oh darn, that raised popularity and church. I wanted to raise military. You really impressed the Easterners on your diplomatic visit. My book is right. Aquarius is a good age for diplomacy. Yes. That actually did nothing for us, just saying yes or no. It's the latest fashion for queens to wear foxtails. I shall bring you a whole racks of fox. I need a live fox. And that causes us to die being married to an invading general. And Paulette, the Magi from talking to animals, is dead. I didn't see how long her reign was. You've now entered the maze. And we still have to host a neighboring kingdom, pass the sainthood test, and examine a church prisoner. Is our next objective. Paulette the Magi died in bitterness. Her crown forever disputed. Queen Callista takes the throne in the hopes of carrying on her family legacy of order. I found a very rare item, a magic mirror made only for queens. You may need it to borrow from the treasury. Mine. And that lowers our money and the church a little bit. Sometimes you hear a strange voice coming from the mirror you bought from Master Sylvia. Saying yes there. Can't seem to stop looking at yourself. Raises everything. My commander has always been an impeccable man. Yet now he cannot say why his wife disappeared. What shall I do? Investigate, which drops the church, the popularity, and the bank, but raises military might. Which is fine with me, as the bank, the popularity, and the church are high enough at the moment, so I'm not too concerned. Our investigating the popular commander proves to be controversial. The Cardinal says a man from your country is in the church prison. No one speaks his language. Will you deal with it? Yes. That looks like that raised either military popularity and lowered the church. She's still fine with that. Enemies of the church are everywhere. I need the crown to prove my execution of this heathen. That lowered the military some more, and popularity, and raised church slightly. But the popularity can still afford to take a bit of a hit, and military needs it to keep from getting too high. Dear, I have bad news. It turns out your father was executed by the Cardinal for spying. What? And that dropped military quite a bit, and the church a little bit for me. I investigated the commander, whose wife disappeared. At last he confessed. To me, she ran wild. That solves that, no? Are you sure? The mechanical owl resembles the All-Mother's sacred owl. Truly, you must be her champion. I am. And that'll... And that also lowered the church some, but raised popularity. We can talk? It's magic. By your hand I was freed from the hunter's trap, kind queen. Any favor that I may grant, you ask. Lady of the Wood, the Lady of the Wood. The Lady of the Wood, a fox is no one special. To the Lady of the Wood, a fox is no one special. But if you meet me under the sign of Cancer, I can lead you to her. Thank you. Strange news, my queen. My commander told me his wife is now with another man, but I cannot find this man. It's suspicious. Behind every powerful woman is a great little lad who acts as her adorable trophy man. May I be yours? Sure, because it won't affect anything right now. It's an early thaw. Will you have your farmers plant everything now to take advantage of the long spring? Let's wait. Oof, okay, I need to raise the church there. My commander recently married again. Maybe it's time I forget all about the mysterious way of his first wife ran off. Good, that raised the church and the popularity. And we get to keep going. You're right, General Pollen says. I'm sure it was just as the commander said. And we'll go a little bit past 20 minutes here, because this is kind of going a little bit nicely now. We finally got to talk to the cat and go talk to the fox. Your royal handmaid is gone. Shall we hire another girl to be your loyal companion here? Yes. But that ends us. At about 10 years, Callista M dies. Okay, now we're back in Aquarius. With Tanya. Tommy aims to instill confidence in the crown. Take another cream bath. Have the ladies comb your hair. Nothing is more ethical than safe self-care. Let us offer patronage to this promising young sculptor. I kind of promised him. No. Why should you care for their little gifts, their petty honors? You live a life apart from the weakness of others. Yes, raise everything a little bit there. We have guests from your country to the west tonight, my queen. Will you teach me how to make the right impression? Sure. Alright, that actually just lowered military might and the church. The church is high enough, but military was kind of a bit low there to begin with, so I was not too happy about that being lower as far as it was. Aha, that's what I thought. So for a welcome gift, should it be luxurious or personal? personal raise church and money. Do listeners prefer a humble greeting or a confident one? Confident to raise our military a little bit more again. Don't worry, I have already been warned about the one thing I must never do. Interrupt, refuse food. I can't think of what else to ask. I suppose I must be all ready for the visit. Good luck. Of course, everything you told him was wrong. What do you want? Logan, we told you everything we knows. Please scratch ear. Scratch ear. She seems happy with you. Hey, little bones. Let my folk haunt your forest and we'll share the spoils. No. Listen to this, dear. The bones of the noble lady were found buried under the army barracks. Wrapped in silk. Who would do that? Her husband, which raises everything, which is nice, because that brings my bank and my popularity pretty high and gives us some much needed raise in the military bar there. Although now our bank's kind of dangerously high and the popularity is about to get to that point too. Okay, we're a little past 20 minutes now, so probably end this off shortly here. The commander is eventually convicted. General Pollen seems relieved of a burden he never speaks of again. So sorry, Queen, but our farm's plumbing collapsed. Can we use the army's barracks to wash ourselves? Oof, okay, I shouldn't have done that. I thought that was going to lower, like, the money and popularity for me. But that dropped the military quite too much. I think the King of the East doesn't like us. What should I do? Invite him haunting. Love yourself. I took advice on inviting the other king haunting, but it was so awkward. How do I make friends? Be yourself. Do push-ups. I just can't seem to impress the Eastern King, but what if he's just as worried about impressing as I am? He is. You and your husband grow closer during the age of Aquarius. I just can't... Alright. And after 12 years, our queen is dead, and Tanya dies. Let's see, what are we on now? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Possibly Gemini. Or that could be Gemini there. This is Aries, and possibly 2 after Aries is Gemini. I'm not too sure. Tanya's frenzied death is forever a dissertation topic. Queen Emily was chosen to strengthen ties with the West. She may not be welcomed in her new land. Enter the throne room. Let them wait. According to the stars, great rain will fall in this age. How will your highness prepare, plant seeds? Alright, nice. So planting seeds that actually raised our popularity, our military, and our money. Nice. I was actually having trouble keeping the military bar up high enough last time. A folk in the north are in skirmishes with barbarians, who say our land is theirs. Lend us your support? Sure. Okay, that raised our military. I thought that was going to drop military, but it dropped popularity and the bank just a little bit. I feel overwhelmed by all of the pain in the world, my love. I am paralyzed. It's so hard. Poor baby. Stop moaning. Alright, so now our popularity and our army might are about half bought or half full. That's pretty good in my opinion. My parents have taken over my village in the north. They claim it's a sacred site for their folk. Help me retaliate. Either way, this is going to have a big positive or negative effect on the military. Let's raise the military back up. Justice Johnsoon. Some people were enjoyed attending an event called World's Largest Bonfire. What a name. Does the state pay reparation? Sure, wow, that dropped everything, but the military and... But yeah, the church and the military could use it. I was kind of surprised that that dropped popularity. You'd think them being paid money would make them actually happy. As the church grows in power here, more pilgrims are visiting the capital. Should we impose a tourist tax? No. Oh wow, that actually raised military, church, and bank, but had no effect at all on the popularity, so that's really interesting. And I'm actually going to end it here on this card with the king, because we're actually 5 minutes past the 20-minute mark at this point, and I didn't really want to go this far past it. So ending it here, and in the next video here we will continue on from this point, answering the question from the king here. Tonight's wine has brought a certain mood upon me. Shall we try for a baby? It is our duty to the throne, after all. So when we come back, we will answer whether we want to try for a baby with the king or not. Until then, everybody, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below if you've been enjoying this Let's Play of Reigns Her Majesty. And I will see you all in the next one when we continue to try to strive for the All-Mother's crown. Until then, goodbye.